Look at all that beautiful sunshine out there, Bets.
Everybody's in a good mood. Five-finger waves are back.
Oh.
Everybody likes me again. It's,
That's good.
Very nice.
I was getting worried there for a while.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
February was a little rough around here.
Five fingers, people. Give her five fingers.
We went all five at me, definitely. I'll tell you what, and we have more beautiful weather coming. There are, though, a little tricks, a few tricks that we're going to throw into this forecast, and Lake Erie has actually a really big part to play in all of it. Next few hours, things look great. Clear skies, it's beautiful. Just enjoy. We're going to fade back into the 40s late night, and ultimately tomorrow morning we'll probably start the day in the upper 30s and low 40s across northern Ohio, so pretty easy stuff. Temperatures are now in the 60s across northern Ohio. Beautiful southwesterly breeze keeping things alive. I mean, it just feels great, right? But you can't help but see this giant blue number that I have indicated here on the lake. That is the current lake temperature off of Cleveland. Now, granted, that's at depth. It's about 40 feet down, but 35-degree water. Now, that sunshine that we had today allowed the satellites to get a beautiful shot of Lake Erie's surface, and you can see there's still a lot of ice. Even though it's 35, it's still a lot of ice that's out there. There's some ice that's out around the island still, and you can't really see it here, but there is still some slush factor that's going on in some of the icy areas in the middle of the lake. So as of today, 33% ice coverage. Actually, this is yesterday's late evening update, so we carry it into today. So 33% ice coverage of Lake Erie's waters. Just a few days ago, the first day of the month, 70%. So we have lost a lot of ice very quickly, and in the coming days we'll continue to lose it because we have a lot of wind switching that's going to be taking place. So where is the ice, and what kind of ice is it? Well, where you see this green color, that's 1 to 3 out of 10. So that's the slush that's just kind of floating around. Looks like little baby icebergs out there. And when you get into the yellows, that's where we're about half. So it's about half water, half ice. So larger icebergs, they're all kind of connected together and beginning to move around. You can see there's still a lot of ice that is out on the east end of the lake, and that is because of the westerly winds that we have had. So all of our ice has been shoved out toward Buffalo. Why is all of that important? Well, because we have a wind switch that is coming tomorrow afternoon as a cold front comes in. That means the nice 60s with the southwest winds we have today will be no more. It's a big cold front that's coming, and it's sitting up here across the Canadian border. It will drop south tomorrow very quickly. It's 61 right now in Minneapolis. Those folks are going to undergo the exact same thing we will have happening tomorrow afternoon. They just get to have it here in the next few hours. So let me take you through your National Designer hour-by-hour forecast. Overnight, it's easy peasy. I'm going to roll the numbers all the way into 9:30 tomorrow morning. Southwest winds continue. We're only going to bottom out right around 40 or so here in northeast Ohio, and then the temperatures are quickly going to be warming as we head toward midday. I'm going to change it over. Now we're just focusing on the temperatures, and the wind is on here as well. We're going to kind of go slow-mo here from 7 a.m. all the way up till about noon or so. And the reason this is important is because we have sunshine, southwest winds, kids going out the door to school, you're leaving for work. It's going to feel fantastic. So you're going to be tricked because you're going to say, oh, I don't need a jacket. It's so beautiful outside, right? Even until about 1 or 2 o'clock for most of us, it's going to be nice. But notice this blue line. Watch what happens after 2 o'clock. That line starts to change. The north wind is coming in off of that 35-degree water, and it is cooling things quickly. By 4 o'clock, we're in the 40s in our northern tier counties and still falling. Dover's probably going to make it into the mid, maybe upper 60s tomorrow, and by 6 p.m., they're going to be dropping back into the low 50s. Look at downtown Cleveland, 36 at 6 p.m. Definitely a day that you want to have a jacket on hand because you're going to need it later on in the afternoon. Here's your Union Home Mortgage forecast. The 60s and the old blue arrow is there, unfortunately, but it's not that bad because we do recover back into the low and mid 50s on Wednesday and Thursday with a mix of clouds and sunshine. So yeah, it's cool, but it could be worse, right? Still above average technically. Then Friday happens. Friday, we have a big storm system setting up in the Plain States. It's going to bring a huge push of southerly wind our way. Now that we take the lake out of the equation, that's what happens. Temperatures boost into the 70s. It will bring us some rain probably for Saturday, Sunday, maybe into Monday with that St. Patrick's Day holiday. But right now, all eyes are kind of focused on Friday.
Yeah, how many people are going to be calling off work on Friday?
Yeah, spring fever.
It escalates quickly. Thank you, Betsy.